And welcome back. Thank you for joining part 3, the playthrough of Dungeons of Chaos. Now, if you missed part 1 and 2, I'd recommend go back and viewing those. Now, if you've been with us the whole time, you know we just killed the rats in the lower caves, and Parnos has told us to go look for a settlement in the northeast and report back to him as soon as we find it. So let's go exploring here. Now, we also picked up 2 different side quests. One to kill a couple of spiders that are to the south of the shelter, and then another one to kill a undead evil that's in a tomb to the east. I think we'll tackle that just after we find the settlement here. It's like we are running into the coastline here. Oh, gotta go around this peninsula. There's quite a open space here and a lot of emptiness. We're starting to get into a forest here. There we go. That looks like the settlement. Let's go ahead and enter that. Alright, you notice the quest popped up. All we're supposed to do is enter it for right now. We're not supposed to be exploring or looking around. But it does look busy. So let's go back to Parnos, get our update and our little reward, and see what else he has for us before we maybe go tackle some undead or some spiders here. And of course, if you get lost looking in the map, will actually help you. This actually cartographs as far as you can view, even if you're zoomed in on it. You know, so all the black spots is where we haven't been yet. Let's follow a little bit south here and get back onto our mountain range. Nice little touch with the different scenery, the change in grass. Definitely a different forest from deciduous to evergreen. Very nice touch. Actually feels like you're going quite a distance on this island. Alright, so smugglers. We need to talk to them about retrieving an orb. And great magical powers. Alright, so we're looking for an artifact. Alright, so let's go see what they have to do before we start jumping in. This is kind of like a little gopher quest. I mean, Parnos has sent us to find an orb. And so we're probably going to get redirected to go do something else or find another item that these smugglers want. But let's find out. I'm just going off of what traditional RPGs kind of have, in a sense, to where you're always after something. Somebody has an item or an artifact that you want, but they want something in return. Let's go ahead and find out what's going on here. A little dog. We can talk to the farmer. Pleased to meet you. Ontario. Alright, so he provides livestock. And he has apples. That's all the meat and apples you can eat. Be kind of a nice add-in if there was consumables. Looks like we have a ranger here and a bow shop. Alright. Fine bows. Okay, so let's just take a look at what he has, since we do have a couple of archers that we can utilize. That's actually quite the nice bow, and we could purchase that if we wanted to pick that up. I don't know if... Yeah, not that I'd be able to, looking like we're lacking strength. But again, we're not here to shop right now. Let's go. And he also had a training function, so I would imagine he's going to be training for range distance here. Now this looks like a... Yeah, that is. It's going to be a church. Let's see what's there. Statue of Var. Nice. Nice little touch. Let's speak with him. Var, be with you. He's a monk serving Var. He can heal. I imagine he can probably raise us from the dead if we have lost consciousness. Alright, he does train us. We can do nimble or exercise. Now that's a huge damage dealer for undead. We don't have talent points right now, but we might want to pick that up. Same with Nimble, if we get flanked, having 2 or more creatures on one of our characters, it helps them with their armor bonus, or at least not get decreased as much. Alright. Who's this? Ferric. He's a rogue. So Tinty is the boss. I would mention he's probably the other person in the room. And he trains lockpicking, sprint, and sneak. Sprint's a cooldown skill. It's very handy for getting your melee fighters out there in front. Sneaking is kind of a cumulative across the party. The same way with lockpicking. So we'll probably train a couple of levels for everybody in that, so we can have a little bit of easier time going through some doors and finding treasure here. So it does look like Tinty is the person we need to speak with for the orb. He doesn't bother with the ordinary. Alright. We're having issues with orcs. There are 2 twin orc warlords that raid the caravans. So he wants us to go kill them. And it's in a blood red cape. And they're to the west. Well, let's see here. Yeah, it's nice. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of the town here. We got a little bit of horses. Looks like another doorway to the north that we can run out. And what's in this building here? Big stash, no labies. Nice. So it looks like an armor smith. Nice little shop. General weapons. Nice. That is a beautiful shield. 58,000. Quite a bit higher than what we can afford right now. It's like some nice stuff here. Yeah, once we get on our feet and we get some gold and loot going, we might come back here, pick up some items. That's very nice. What do we have here? Oh, and that requires a key, so we don't know what's in there. Kind of looks like a crypt or a tomb that we might be able to enter a little bit later. Hopefully. Be a nice little addition to it. Yeah, we're just wandering around, looking at people's houses, seeing what they have. You know, the good thing about it is at least we're not smashing pots. Oh, hey, we successfully picked that lock. Imagine that. And we have a kitty. What's the kitty say? Nothing of interest. That is a shame. There's another cat in there. I don't think we've been in that building. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Ortis, what do you want? He's a carpenter. Yeah, he just informs us about the orcs and the lack of wood. That's nice. Nice, quaint little home. Nice little hovel. Alright, let's go find us some trouble here. Now, with our other quests, now we still have the obtain the orb with help of the smugglers. We also have kill at least 2 of the orc warlords. Find the undead underground tomb to the east. And then kill 2 spiders. Well, let's see if we can handle some undead guys here over to the east, since we're already in the east side. See if we can find that tomb. Oop, that goes out in the middle of nowhere. Let's go ahead and get back over there. I like the fact that there is a pretty good pathing here to where no matter where you click at, even if there's an obstacle such as you being out on that peninsula, it's at a path around it. And it's actually fairly quick. It's not like it's going in straight 90-degree angles. I gotta hand it to Volker on that one. Because a lot of times you'll get gamers that do, or coders that do pathing, and they don't exactly code A-star pathing very well. And it's kind of wonky. And Dungeons of Chaos does not have that issue with pathing. Well, it looks like these undead guys are fairly easy to take care of. Decent experience. Looks like one more of those fights we might have our first level. Let's see what we got going on here. If there's another pack outside. There is, but let's have them come to us. Let's see if we can recoup a little bit of our mana before getting jumped by skeletons again. It looks like we might get it all back. They haven't found us. Yeah, you can see him down here just kind of wandering around. Let's pick him up. Alright, three. Three should be pretty simple. He's dead. Dead. Now, skeletons are physical. Although they're not alive. They are a physical form, so they do take well to melee. Such as like ghosts or wraiths or anything like that that don't have a physical form. There's a bit of a tricky way to handle them, because regular swords, there's our level. Regular swords or hammers or anything like that are just going to pass right through them. So we have to use magic damage or holy damage. So let's go ahead and top mana and life off here. And let's actually take a little break from our exploring, because the tomb's right above us. Let's level up and see what we have going on here. Alright, so go ahead and click the level button. Nice health boost. No mana, of course, it's a fighter. Alright, but we get a bonus to accuracy and 2 talent points to spend. Alright, so let's go with the ranger. Not as much of a health boost. Still, he doesn't get mana. It's not using magic very much. 2 talent points and then a bonus 2 talent points. That's nice. We can spec out a good deal with weapons or something like that. Our rogue, big speed boost. Again, he's gonna be able to get out front and ahead of everybody. His health is in line with what that ranger was. It's pretty good. Druid. Alright. Health plus 11, mana plus 18. That's decent. We'd like a little bit more mana to cast here. 2 talent points, and resists to cold, fire, lightning, and poison. Now that's going to be pretty huge. Now if these rotate every couple of levels, we'll be able to establish quite a bit of resistance on them. It looks like we got another 4 talent points here we can spend in spells. And the cleric, let's see how he levels up. Alright, when we get another bonus 2 talent points. Again, he's got quite a bit of mana. That's good, our casters are getting mana like this. But let's go ahead and jump over here. Click on our spells. Now our cleric, only one that I'm worried about is this little boy right here. Let's go ahead and toss all our points into heal. Our mage. Now, mages are more magical. They like big, grandiose spells. So I'm going to keep him with, I don't know. I think right now we need a little bit more utility. And Wizard Eye helps with finding treasure, hidden passages, in the same way with the Magic Unlock. Let's go ahead and get a couple of talent points in those so we can pick up a level and start using those. I think it's going to be 3. We're going to be using this anyways. So we'll spend this last one somewhere else here. Let's get back up to our attack spells. Now he has Magic Missile on default. That's what he's been using quite a bit. But I want to spec him into fire. So let's go ahead and put that, and not raise that level. Now, druids are very adept at elemental magic, but they also have heal. He's kind of our backup healer, and since we got 2 talent points, I'm going to put 1 there so we get that extra level. And then he's been defaulting on lightning, so I want to keep him on lightning, but I also want to add poison dart. Poison dart stacks, and so you'll be able to put a lot of poison damage over time with enemies and get them up close. That's kind of the bad thing about poison dart, is you have to be relatively close. But I think with having these other guys out here, it should be okay. Now, since he doesn't have weapons or skills, and most of these skills we'll have to find trainers, so we may not be able to train these. Actually, we won't be able to train these while we're out here. But we can, if you notice, we can add stat points. And since we're going range on him, a lot of the good crossbows that are high in strength, he's going to need to get those strength up. So let's go ahead and toss a couple of points into there. The same way with our ranger. So we might be able to give him either a better sword or a little bit better armor, get them improved. Now the fighter here, I have 2 points there. I'm going to throw in that dex, but the reason why is his dex is 13, and that's going to increase his speed and his evasion and a little bit of defense over time. It just helps him be a little bit more beefy. You notice that dex goes up. The speed went up just a little bit. But that's going to allow him to wear a little bit better armor. And once you get the armor that you want, there's going to be a malice to speed here. That's going to decrease this. So he can be slow and cumbersome and be able to take a lot of hits, but you want him to get out in front before anybody else. So if you have a high enough strength and high enough dex, the malice to speed and everything, especially evade, are going to go away. So that's what we want to focus on starting out here. Now, since we're going to go jump into undeads, let's go ahead and save just for progress sake. And let's enter this tomb. Alright, you sense fear, hatred as you move into the darkness and dusty places. Life itself is alien here. It's pretty nice. Nice lighting effect. No, those are just armor. Now, it might be a little hard to see on this, but there is a word spelled out into the tiles that says D-I-E, die. The tomb is commanding us to die. It really doesn't want us here. No. I would imagine he's going to be the undead guy that we need to defeat here. Undead Wizard. Okay. Let's take this one step at a time. Might want to... Let's go ahead and mark him with our wizards. Alright, and he summoned more evil guys. We might be able to get away with just auto combat, but we need to keep an eye on that. Now they will kick off auto combat once we have them down past 25% on our guys for safety's sake. Yep, see there? That popped off. The reason that was we're losing mana here, so we don't have the ability to heal very well. He's dropped off too. We're going to have a little bit of issue here. Oh, we lost one. No! Let's see if we can round it out here. And again, if we're playing this on a medium difficulty, and if we have to, we can crank that difficulty down to be able to pass this challenge. But we may have to just go venture somewhere else and go after those orcs or the spiders, because these undead seem to be not very keen on dying very quick right now. So notice all spells have ceased from my casters, and I'm about to get completely encircled by skeletons. Yep, see, now I'm stuck. I have no way out except to beat him. Alright, well, we'll see what happens when everybody else dies. It's kind of a shame. Oh, one last little hurrah here. Let's see if we can... Little staff action from the casters in the back line. But we did die. And we're back in the shelter. And Parnos, once we lose consciousness, he just kind of brings us back here. Now, there will be a bit of a experience increase with that. It's a penalty for dying. And so what you want to do is you want to not die as much, or at least not flee as much. So let's go ahead and load that up. Now we got it load on map entrance. So as soon as we went to enter the tomb, we went ahead and saved. So let's go ahead and just kind of etch-a-sketch that out of our playthrough here. And let's get going on here. Now, the orcs that we're supposed to go after are in the far west-hand side. So let's just ride along the mountains here and go up. And they should be, according to the quest, hidden in little villages. There we go. That is them. And the tunnels that we're going to be going into is in each of these little huts. Now it looks like we're going to find an orc here. We're going to finish out this battle here, how tough the orcs are, and then we'll finish up in the next part.